I'm Dr. Nana Aisha Akeze. Thank you so much for watching this video. And this is Nigerian Mindset. It's a platform where I share my views on social awareness, motivational, business, and educational matter on YouTube. Welcome to the program. In today's Nigeria, you are either very rich or poor. And it's either you have a godfather or you have nothing, resulting to a high class and low class situation. Also, the economic downturn did not spare the health sector of the nation's economy. Over the many years, classism in Nigeria, which is the high class and the low class situation, affected the health industry, with the rich and affluent choosing to go abroad, trusting their health care to well-funded and highly motivated healthcare workers in systems abroad. While the low class, meaning the less privileged people who could no longer afford the available healthcare treatment, the standard one, resorted to alternative treatment. In most cases, the agbo mixture. Almost everybody is drinking agbo for everything. Headache agbo, stomach ache agbo, everything agbo. Everybody is drinking agbo in Nigeria, as if that's okay. You drink agbo when you truly want to drink agbo, not because you cannot afford it or there's no trusted healthcare facility. In most cases, people cannot afford it. So in the last episode, we continued on the campaign to encourage big corporations and success-driven companies to diversify through strategic fit program and go into healthcare management in Nigeria, because research revealed that Nigerians spend about $1 billion. $1 billion. Billion dollars. That is a lot of money on a yearly basis on medical expenses, traveling abroad. Just imagine that. Imagine that. A country that has citizens who can afford to travel all around the globe and spend about $1 billion on medical expenses on a yearly basis. I think we deserve better. We deserve better. Really, there's no reason why the Nigerian business leaders should not think about healthcare management and invest in it, because they are among the people who travel out for medical attentions. All these many GEOs you see there, don't mind them. Any small thing, they are abroad. Toothache, headache. The CEOs, the MDs, the chiefs, all of them, they travel abroad. This is ludicrous to think about that. Healthcare is a big business. What business leaders in Nigeria need to do is to work with foreign medical consultants and business consultants to set up medical facilities in Nigeria. If they take away the classism part of it, then they will start to see the idea, the business idea in it, that this is a big business area. You don't need to be a medical practitioner to own a medical facility. Healthcare management is a big business all over the world because people want to be well. You can be sure of that. That is a big business. It's not only the oil sector or the banking sector or real estate. People are building estates all over the place. Is it not somebody who is well that will buy a building? Is it not somebody who is well that will continue to live in a building? So people need to be well. They don't need all this many estates you are building all over the places. So in the last episode, we detailed also the importance of 4 stages of customer services. As we know, that good customer services is crucial to the survival of any business. In today's episode, we shall continue with our series on how to start and sustain small businesses. We will detail and elaborate on the branches of healthcare management and give details on how corporate leaders, physician groups, franchise, and business group can invest in healthcare management. We shall also elaborate and advise business leaders who are in Nigeria, give them tips on how they can facilitate the healthcare project or projects. Who knows? Because I still have faith in Nigeria. I have faith in Nigerian people a lot. I know they will do something. We shall touch on the 6 steps of sales process to help individuals who want to go into small businesses and owners of existing businesses stay in business and be profitable, because the idea of going into a business is to make profit, right? That being said, but first, here are my views. We can all agree that because of the economic downturn in Nigeria, middle class has simply disappeared from the society. The existing health structures stood no chance, leading to the total collapse and total brain drain within our health system. With the depreciating health system, the best hands within the health industry began to leave, seeking for greener pastures overseas. Do you want to blame those doctors who quit and just, travel with their families abroad? So today, what we have in Nigeria, in my view, is a complete dilapidation of our healthcare system, with the big men flying abroad all over the place for things as simple as toothache. I told you I knew of an ex-general who was going abroad twice a year just for cleaning of teeth. Can you imagine? So the big men flying abroad for things as simple as that, leaving the less privileged to continue to consume agbo. Everybody is consuming agbo, including for maternity care. People drink agbo. Agbo will solve every problem that you have. So most best hands in Nigeria in the health industry left, for some of them prefer to engage in low-paying jobs than go back to Nigeria, because some of them when they travel, they can't even pass the exam, and they decide to just take any type of job that they see abroad. My fellow Nigerians, now here we are. So where are we going, and how should we get there? These are the questions we need to now analyze regarding the healthcare situation we have in Nigeria. Overall, increasing cost of healthcare in developed and most especially in developing economy has called for a change in the way health activities are implemented. It is already established that Nigeria is faced with fundamental healthcare related challenges and coupled with security issues. There's no security in Nigeria. So much uncertainty abounds in the Nigerian healthcare delivery system and quality leadership. All of these are established in Nigeria. There's no good healthcare facility. There's no good leadership in Nigeria. So should this now be an accepted fate that we Nigerians we should accept like that this is how the country will be? Or we need to work on it? My bet is that we need to work on it. We need to work on it to get back some of the lost glory. Certainly we can do that. So now, What we need is to minimize uncertainty. The uncertainty factors, we need to minimize it and enhance healthcare performance and sustainability in Nigeria. It will be disastrous that an investor who is even interested in investing in Nigeria come to Nigeria for some type of headache or something, having headache, and there's no good hospital to go to. The Turkish hospital that they have there, it's a good one, but should it be just Turkish hospital? Can't we Nigerians invest in health facility and also have competition with the Turkish hospital? Because it's very expensive. That's because there's no competition. As of today, in Nigeria, provision of healthcare remains mainly the function of the 3 tiers of government: the federal, the state, and local government. According to recent studies, in Nigeria, the primary healthcare system is managed by the 774 local government areas, with support from their respective state ministries of health as well as private medical practitioners. And that is why the situation is almost like it's dilapidated. The primary health care is further subdivided at the village, district, and local government areas. The secondary health care system is managed by State Ministry of Health. This is the current situation of the healthcare management system in Nigeria. Obviously, this is not working well. It's not working well. We need to start looking at other avenues to improve the healthcare system in Nigeria, because health is wet. I don't understand where a country can afford to spend millions of dollars on their leaders abroad in one sickness, and you are not able to build reputable healthcare facilities in Nigeria where your leaders can be treated. Further studies reveal that patients at secondary level in Nigeria are often referred from the primary healthcare system, which is the first level of specialization services and available at different divisions of the state. State primary healthcare consists of laboratory and diagnostic services, rehabilitation, and others. Finally, the tertiary healthcare is provided by teaching hospitals and specialist hospitals. When I was growing up, the specialist hospitals were very, very attractive places to even visit, beautiful places, unlike before. But right now, everything is dilapidated, all because it's being managed by states and federal government or local government. We need to change the way we do things, because that's where the budget is being allocated and people just sit on it or eat the money and just then fly abroad for medical attentions. Research revealed that before Nigeria independence in 1960, a 10-year developmental plan between the 1946 and the 1956 was introduced to enhance healthcare delivery. Many health schools and institutions were created according to that plan that they had then. By the 1980s, Nigeria achieved great development in healthcare. Over 10,000 general hospitals and many other health centers, were created. Nevertheless, the well thought out Nigeria healthcare plan made little impact up to today. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we so comfortable in being a country that do not want to move forward? We're just interested in collecting money and doing other things. In my view, it's now a shame. It's a shame that despite Nigerian strategic position in Africa, the country is greatly underserved in the healthcare sphere. So if a country has no good healthcare system, what do you expect of the people? Today in Nigeria, the healthcare facility, hospital, health centers, personal and medical equipment are simply non-existent or at best inadequate. So let me say that, inadequate. So they are existing but inadequate, especially in rural communities. Sicknesses and diseases, and we are still expecting foreigners to come and be helping us when we can actually help ourselves. While various laudable reforms have been put forward, no success has been achieved. Now, we need Nigerian corporate leaders and those who are able to look inward and invest into healthcare sector. I urge you, Nigerian leaders, look inward. Stop thinking of how much you are able or capable to fly abroad and fly your family abroad. It is a business that you can invest in Nigeria. You don't need to be flying abroad for every little thing when you can actually have a healthcare business in Nigeria. And there are different types of structures and models that we can invest into within the health sector. Nigerian business leaders, the corporate leaders, listen. So let's not start thinking that it's only government that can do it for us when we can actually do it. And you are a business leader. I wonder what the banks are doing. I'm wondering what the banks are doing, how they can still be sending people to go and be looking for raw cash when there's business they can invest in. So there are various structures and models that we can invest into within the health sector. They include the doctor's office. The doctor's office is the first line where patients can detect disease before they spread. So you don't need to wait to go to general hospital. We also have the urgent care centers. I will be detailing on today's episode the urgent center. So I'll be talking more about the urgent center today in this episode. The other type of healthcare centers, we'll talk about them as the program progresses. But today we are going to be talking more about the urgent healthcare center. So that said, a good healthcare system is vital to any nation. It's not only to Nigeria. It means that the population has access to combat illnesses. Also, it means that there are no financial body to either the individuals or to the country when we have a workable healthcare system. Hospitals are the bloodline for human lives. Most standard hospitals include a wide scope of administration and functional units, which include treatment and diagnostic capacities such as clinical research facilities. This is where the Americans are good. People who are rich, they invest in those type of research facilities. They donate to those healthcare facilities that you, the big men in Nigeria, come to visit. Big men like you here in the US donate to those facilities. So if you don't want to own one, you can actually just start donating to those facilities and put the right people in place. Not the people who will go there and collect all the resources for their own pockets. You need to put people who are qualified in places. Don't put people because you know their father or their mother. The other day I was talking to a friend, said I've been nominated to. Like, really? What is your qualification? Because your mom or your father was something, therefore you will be passed down to you. It's wrong. We need to start taking people who are qualified for positions that they are qualified for. The cost of establishing and running healthcare facilities varies depending on the location, size, and what kind of hospital you want to build or operate. Again, note that you do not need to be a medical doctor or in the medical field to own hospital or any of the medical centers. You don't need to be a doctor. All you need is to have the mindset and resources to invest in the project instead of all these many estates that we are building all over the place. People who are sick, how can they live in the estates? All this mindset of many churches building estates, it's ludicrous. Here, the churches here in the US, they invest in healthcare facilities. They have big hospitals. Mount Sinai Hospital, Mercy Hospitals, Methodist Hospital. So many hospitals are owned by churches. The ones that we have in Nigeria, estates, jets, and all of that. The followers in Nigeria are big problem. They need to start thinking that you can kneel down and still find God. You don't need to go that place to go and donate millions before God will answer you. So we need to start thinking about that. That down on your knee, you can find God. You can find God anywhere. Nigerian business leaders, listen. Healthcare management is a big business opportunity that is widely open, waiting on business leaders to tap into. To achieve competitiveness in any business, corporate leaders must stay ahead in various businesses which they can match with their resources to meet consumers' demand and needs. Healthcare sector in Nigeria is almost not existing. Based on the research by World Health Organization, which revealed that Nigeria health care management is rated 187 out of 190. Does that seem like a country who has a healthcare facility that is working, that is recognized? So you don't know that people will do their research before investing in Nigeria? They will find out, because that one is primary. It's very important to know that you are going to invest in a country that when something is happening to you and your family, you can be taken care of without being flown abroad. To have efficient and working healthcare management in a country is not a luxury by any means. It's a necessity. The idea that Nigerians are constantly going on medical tourism abroad, according to what research revealed, are spending about $1 billion a year, is obviously hurting the economic growth in Nigeria, while also increasing the unemployment rate. So I wonder why the MDs of Nigerian banks and the CEOs are not reflecting on how banks can start sponsoring this type of investments instead of asking marketers to go out looking for raw cash and bring to the bank. I don't get it. That people are still going out as marketers, every nook and crannies in Nigeria, looking for money to bring to the bank. It's ridiculous. Nobody does that abroad. What banks do is to send out flyers. So if you are interested in their product, you go for it. Why are you sending people out to look for cash when you can invest in healthcare business in Nigeria, for instance, and be making returns? I don't understand. Fellow Nigerians, this is important to note that there are different types of healthcare facilities that provide different types of services. It's not the way we talk about it in Nigeria or we think about it. We mostly focus on hospitals and clinics. Types of healthcare facilities include urgent healthcare center, which I'll be talking about today, acute care or general hospitals, specialty care hospitals, nursing home, long-term facility, ambulatory care centers, surgical centers, HMOs, and so many other facilities in the healthcare field. These are some of the reasons why people get jobs in some cases in weeks, because all of these facilities need workers, right? People come abroad and go on 6, 7, or 8 weeks training, and they are already working in some of these facilities. So there are different types of healthcare facilities. Today I'm going to be talking about the urgent healthcare center and the possible cost. Yes, this is important. The possible cost of setting them up. Again, just to be clear, you don't need to be a medical practitioner to have a hospital or other healthcare management. All you need is the mindset to invest in the healthcare field. And what is required is meeting up the country's law and have the financial resources to invest. That's all you need. You will then contact consultants who will help you facilitate the process. Just to be clear, they will be responsible for equipping the facility, staffing and training all employees. And I have some of the names here that I can give to any leader who is interested. So many companies that I have contacted here in the US, they are willing to do it for the people of Nigeria. If you are ready and you have the resources. Now, let's talk about the services someone can receive in an urgent care facility. And what is urgent care center? In healthcare sector, an urgent care center is a medical clinic with expanded hours. Urgent care facilities here, they have long hours. You can walk in. It's on, you don't need appointment to go to urgent care here in the US. You don't need it. You just walk in once they are open. At the urgent care center, you can do blood work of any kind. They treat cold and flu, broken bones, stitches, ear aches and ear infection, headaches, anything they treat there. Then they will now refer you to your primary doctor. At least you'll be well. Any non-life-threatening sicknesses, they will treat you at the urgent care, and they have long hours. In the United States, research in 2012 revealed that there are approximately 9,000 urgent care. You heard me, 9,000 urgent care facilities here in the US. That's a lot. How many hospitals do we even have in Nigeria? So this is a big business. Research also revealed that urgent care centers can receive an average of 357 patient visits per week. Think about that. That is a big business. The wait time of patients in some facility is less than 20 minutes. I've been to urgent care centers here. 10 minutes, you'll be called, and yet you don't need appointment, and that's a big business. This is what Nigerian corporate leaders should be looking into. Nigerian corporate leaders and individuals who are able. Urgent care centers are attractive investment opportunities. Urgent care clinics also have a crucial business advantage over traditional hospitals, emergency room, and other type of healthcare service. So you need to think about that business. We don't need to all go into real estate business or to become an oil magnate or whatever. Or some people are saying people should donate 1 billion naira to open what? Bank? You are not even thinking of your health. You are asking people to donate those kind of monies. Are you all right? We need to think about that. If you have 1 billion naira, that's 2-point-something million dollars. Do you know how many urgent care centers that one will provide in Nigeria? And that's a lot of money, and that's a lot of business, and that's a lot of employment for people. So we cannot always be asking for money when the one that you have not even invested it. You have to do real business. Real business determine real structure to be on the ground for people to, participate, visit, do business. Don't be doing business of give. And the people who are giving, I think I don't understand. I don't know what they are thinking. The average care, the urgent care center the amount to open it here in the US is between $850,000 to $1 million. But in Nigeria, because the land and everything there is cheaper, we can actually start it within $250,000 to $550,000. Considering all the various startup costs, which include the build out, equipment, supplies, startup services, cash on hand and everything, if you have like between $250,000 to $550,000, you can start a very good urgent care center in Nigeria, and that's a lot of business for you. And that's small amount compared to how much most Nigerians who are big men come abroad to invest. Remember that man who came here and built 2 high-rise buildings because his 2 of his children were graduating. You know how much he spent? More than 10 or whatever $1 million. Imagine that kind of man having this kind of mindset of helping himself and Nigeria and giving back to the society while making money. Think about using that money to float all over the nation with urgent care centers. Will he not be known? Will he not make more money? Nigerians who buy mansions abroad, they spend about $1 million and they're about, oh yes. They don't even live in those houses. So those are monies you can actually invest in healthcare business in Nigeria and get a lot of returns. The urgent healthcare center in Nigeria, how many people will you employ? You employ like 8 to 10. 2 doctors because they have long hours. You can employ 2 doctors, 2 nurses, 2 medical assistants, 2 x-ray technicians, 2 front desk, 2 security people. Just about like 10 people. You are good to go, making constant return. All those big companies like Guinness and likes in Nigeria, you can float like 10 urgent healthcare centers in Nigeria. You'll be making money. You are diversifying through strategic fit. You are known for what you do. You can do other type of business too. It's important for us to start looking into this, and this is the reason why I'm doing this campaign. We need those business leaders in Nigeria right now who can stand up and be counted, help Nigeria move forward in this healthcare area. It's a big demand and a big market too. We need it. So next week, we shall talk on another type of healthcare facility. Once again, let me remind business owners that customer satisfaction equals customer loyalty. I mentioned this before. According to a recent survey by Marie CS, a retailer who delivers best customer satisfaction is 32% more likely to retain a loyal customer. Meanwhile, that loyal customer will spend more in your business than new intakes. Marie CS also found that satisfied customers who return to businesses translate to an average of 67%. That's a lot. Higher in gross profit than new customers who are coming into your business. As a reminder, recall that the 6 steps of sales process, which I earlier explained, included meet and greet. Hello, how are you? Hi, may I be of help? Then you determine the needs of the customer, present and demonstrate products and services. It's important to train your employees so that they know what they are even doing. Discuss the purchases, deliver products and services, and follow up calls. That one is important. I like to hear from the places where I do business to check on me. That one is interesting to me. I will think about going back the next day. Fellow Nigerians, given all that is happening all over the world regarding xenophobic behaviors, this hostility that is going on all over the world, that is carrying out against Nigerians, from Libya to South Africa, even in Ghana, to Europe and many other places. The other day I saw an article, I don't know how true is that, where a Ghanaian was, proposing that they imprison Nigeria from 500 years to 1,000 years. Like, are you serious? We need to fix Nigeria. Are you going to blame them? Nigerians are just trooping out. We need to fix Nigeria. It's time to fix Nigeria. When is enough is enough? Enough is enough already. We can all join hands to fix the Nigerian nation. Nigerian youth, as always, you got this. Listen to me. The continued existence of Nigeria is in your hand. If you want to continue to have a country that they call Nigeria is in your hand, stand up and be counted. Be a voice. Youth, hear me loud and clear. You all need to stop this quick fix. There's someone that you can go and meet to pray for you or to do it's a lie. There's nothing like that. Only God, only the Lord gives without adding sorrow. And there's no miracle anywhere. The miracle that is happening is the one that comes from the Lord. That is the only miracle that happens. The miracle that happens is the one that comes from the Lord. And we need to think about that. Shortcuts do not have lasting joy. Only the joy that comes from the Lord is the one that is everlasting. Now let's join hands and lift Nigeria up. I'm counting on all Nigerian patriots. We can do it. Thank you for joining me on the program today. Please join me next week for continuation of our discussion on this series and issues in Nigeria with tips and possible solutions. Again, my website as always is standingbyyourdream.com. Please check out some of our research book. This one is on Amazon and you can also Google it. And I have another one here. As always, go to ResearchGate and check out some of our articles. And I will see you next week. Bye bye.